Hey everyone, it's Scott from Gone Traveling. Sorry, I think I'm a little bit backlit. I'm gonna see if I turn my light on, see if it will make a difference or not. Probably not. But I just thought I would do a review of the hotel we're staying at this week in Cuba, the Playa Parisio. We came down here the week of January 18th and 25th, and I just wanted to tell you some of our experiences so far this week. So, first things first, I know what I'm getting to when I come down to Cuba. I know the price we pay. I know what we're getting exactly. So the first thing I want to say is, if you're coming to Cuba, don't expect anything and you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Every time, I read the reviews, it's hard to find some good reviews. People are always mixed. But first things first, if you're coming down here and you're reading the star ratings of hotels, if it says it's a 4-star, you gotta remember that's not a 4-star Canadian rating, that's a 4-star Cuban rating. So it's not actual 4-star in Canada. So when you come down here, that's not what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a lot lower quality of a hotel than in Canada or anywhere else that you are coming from in the world. So the Playa Parisio, we picked this one because we haven't been to this resort yet. We've been to all the resorts along this beach front. This is the 3 resorts down here. And so for our experience coming down here, our room, when we first walked in, I was kind of disappointed. The room was pretty dirty. The walls were needed to be wiped down, clean. The bathroom doors got nasty stuff all over it. I haven't had that experience at other resorts yet. Most washrooms have been pretty clean. The rooms have been pretty clean, but there's like cobwebs on the corners of the walls and whatnot. So I was kind of disappointed with that. But once again, like I said, I know what I'm getting into. And other things about the rooms are not bad. I think the room's a bit smaller here than at the Memories Flamenco, because in the Flamenco they actually had a little couch you can sit on. Here there's no couch. They actually put 3 beds in a room. We are on the bottom floor of room 2110. So we do have water every day, which is nice. They give us 4 bottles of water. We do have a fridge to put the water in to keep it cold, which is great. The beds are hard as a rock though. I've been waking up every morning with a sore back. It's not what I expected. Usually the other resorts have been okay, but this resort, the bed's pretty hard. Another thing about the room is really musty. Now I do expect that from all the hotels we've been to in Cuba, they're musty, but usually what we do to get rid of that musty smell is to turn the AC off and open the door for a day, and usually get some musty smell out. But unfortunately that's not worked for this room. I think what's happened is the drapes have all the must in it, and the one drape that pulled, or the one blind they pulled down, is completely covered in mold. So I think that's another reason why we can't get the smell out of there. But usually we can get the smell out. So it's not too bad as we first got here. We haven't actually used the AC at all in our room. I think we've only used it a couple times at night time, but we don't mind just opening the door, letting the fresh air in. So that's kind of a little overview on the room. Another thing I saw some lady saw another video I did about the bathtubs. The bathtubs are up really high, and she said it's not safe for older people. But honestly, all the bathtubs at all resorts are exactly the same. They're all that high to get into. So if you're expecting a low bathtub, you're not going to get it. That's exactly what they are in these resorts. They're up nice and high. For our room, we've had good water pressure. We've had hot water. I always hear people say they have bad water pressure. We haven't had that issue at actually any of the resorts we've been to. We've always been lucky to have a room with good water pressure and hot water. The only thing that we haven't had is our drain in our bathtub has not been draining while we're having a shower. It does drain after you turn it off, but I think what's happened is just a lot of people who have got sand in there, washing the sand off or whatnot, so it's all stuck in the drain, so it's clogged it up slowly over time. But that's not too much of an issue. As long as it drains, that's all that matters to me. All right, so now the rest of the resort. The resort is actually not too bad. It's pretty well laid out. All the restaurants and cafes are actually all up front of the resort. So when you first walk in, you've got the check-in. Then after that, you've got the one lobby bar to the left of you. Then you have to the left of that one, you've got the entertainment area where they do all the shows and that. Then beside that is the snack bar. The snack bar actually hasn't been too bad here. They've actually had the food that we've wanted. The last resort we had, they were always out of stuff and couldn't get anything. The only thing I'm going to say about that is they don't have any ketchup here. So if you're going to come down, bring some ketchup if you want ketchup for your fries and sandwiches and whatnot. Alright, and then to the other side of that, there's a little coffee, they call it the lobby bar. That's the coffee bar there. They make coffees in there as well. And they do have alcohol in there as well. And then down the little pathway to the other side is the buffet. Now the buffet I've been okay with. It's been having some good food there. I've never had any problems finding food for when we're down here. I've always been able to eat food and be full. But I do hear people always complain it's repetitive and it's they're out of this, out of that. Our week this week we've been pretty good. We've had eggs, we've actually had everything there. We've had beef, we've had turkey. They had turkey carving one night. We've had what else? We've had chicken. There's fish. So we've been good this week. We've had no issues with the food. But like I said at the start of the video, if you're expecting high-end food, you're not going to get it. Just come down here, don't expect anything, and you'll be happy with the food. There's always something for everybody. The only thing I'm disappointed at this resort is they don't have many pastries for breakfast. The other resort we were at, Flamenco down the beach, had a whole full spread of pastries. So this resort doesn't have as many pastries, which is, I kind of like the pastries here. As well, the cheese at this resort is not very good. The cheeses out of the other resorts I've absolutely loved, but the cheese here is not very good. So there's kind of like on and offs about, you know, some of the food that I've had here compared to other resorts. But saying that, I don't know if it's resort specific or if it's just a general thing through Cuba right now. So that's a little bit about the restaurants. And at this resort there is 10 bungalows, I believe. We are actually closer to all the pool and that, which is nice. There's a bunch of other bungalows further away, but the resorts are actually really small, so it doesn't take long to walk through the whole resort, which is nice. The pool, we've actually used the pool a little bit. My son's wanted to use the pool, and the pool's been pretty good. They've got a swim up bar there, as well as another little bar across the way. So it's been not too bad. It hasn't been too busy at the pool, which has been not too bad. We haven't really found a chair though. Every time we go, it's in the afternoon. The chairs are already used up. Saying that's another issue with the chairs. If you want chairs early in the morning, if it's a hot day, you got to get your towels on the chair by 7 a.m. Otherwise, you won't be able to find a chair. Now, this week we've had 2 really hot days, and the last few days have been really windy. Today's been a lot calmer wind than the other days. So there's still not a lot of people on the beach, which is nice. I just came down, it's about 9 o'clock, and found a chair no problem. So when it's windy out, people don't really come to the beach, so you're able to find a chair a lot better that way. So that's a little bit about the beach chairs and the beach. The beach here is actually, I love this beach. This whole stretch of beach is amazing. It's pretty shallow. You walk out a little bit and then it goes deep, then it goes back to a nice little sandbar. So the beach here is absolutely amazing. I love the beach here. And that's probably why we've been here 3 times now on this whole stretch. The rest of the resorts hasn't been too bad. I'm trying to think of other issues. We haven't had really too many other issues besides the coffee not being good coffee at this resort. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But other than that, it's been pretty good. Oh, another thing I was going to say, if you want the internet, you do have to go up to the receptionist and get the code for the internet, and then you can have the internet on your phone or tablet or whatever you're using. But you can only use that in the lobby and over by the snack bar, and I don't think there's any other areas that you can get the internet that it reaches there. But I haven't really been on the internet much this week, which has been nice. But yeah, so that's kind of my review about this hotel. Would I come back to this hotel? Honestly, I don't think so, just because of the coffee issue, and I really like my coffees in the morning. It hasn't been good coffee. But I will go back to the other resorts that we've been here for. But this resort, everybody says they love it. Don't get me wrong, it is a nice resort, but just what I've come into contact with this week, I haven't been pleasantly happy. But like I said, I do know what I'm getting into. I have been a little bit disappointed. Usually I'm not disappointed at resorts, but this one I'm a little bit disappointed on a few of the items. But saying that, overall it's been a good trip so far. We've got 2 more days here. And yeah, it's been a good trip so far. So if you guys do want to come to the Playa Parisio, that is some of the thoughts on this hotel. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel.